Now, I'm sure some people go, Melody need to go somewhere and sit down. Now she's singing? Come on now. That's why it was important that people need to hear that this is not something you thought of last week. This is part of your DNA, part of your life. You supported your husband, and y'all were still doing things together, but still not the things that you could do. So right now in your life, am I saying it correctly? You're now doing the things that you want to do and can do and should do, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's funny that you give those different age ranges because I'm 36. And so, I still have a few more years to go before I hit 40, but I'm closer to 40 than I am 18 or 30, that's for sure. Many of us have many talents. We have a story in the Bible where it talks about where people were given different talents, right? And so even sometimes when, I've gone on social media and I've been playing the keyboard while I'm singing and people are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know she knew how to play. We all have talents, and I feel like in due time and in due season, those things show their head again and they show, hey, look, this is here. This was instilled in you. This is a gift that was God given. And so me walking in my purpose and walking in that and being, using that, to help other people, specifically women who can relate to my music, for me, that's exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Now, when you talk about your music, because the beauty of, when I say the word beauty, because you're a beautiful person, and sometimes people will use that against you, and say that, oh, she's just getting that because she's attractive, or she's just getting that. My whole thing is that I have 6 sisters, so I get really sensitive when people start getting into that gender bending about this is why they are successful. I love the fact that I've seen you grow, and I want to be in a relationship with you for the next 20 years so I can see, hopefully, the next end game. Because I do feel that when I said the word 18 and 40, what she's doing, everybody, is that a lot of times when people have not accomplished their dreams or not living their dreams, when they get to 40, they feel depressed. They feel that they can't do anything other than what they're doing at that time at 40. They feel that there's no future. She's saying the word 36. She's 4 away from 40, but guess what? She's now doing what she wants to do in her life and can do. That's important. And I want to use this episode of interviewing you as a motivating factor, not only for your fans, because a lot of people who will be hearing this interview, Melody Shari, for the first time, that's right, Shari, for the first time, will understand she's an independent thinker, and you are a brand now officially called Melody Shari, correct?
Absolutely, yes. And, speaking of that, I spent many years where, of course, when I was married, building a brand as this power couple, power duo in business together. And so now me having to rebrand myself solo. And then, of course, after being divorced, going from Melody Holt to Melody Shari. And I will tell anyone that hard work is definitely where it's at. You have to have a strong work ethic with anything that you do. I literally had a conversation yesterday, and I told them, I actually did my song on Sunday. I went in the studio, recorded my song Sunday, did the cover shoot on Tuesday, dropped it on Saturday. And they said, whoa, you did all that in a week? I said, absolutely. And I went and recorded my other song on that Wednesday. And they were like, wow. To say my work ethic is unmatched, that would be an understatement. I don't look or expect anything to be handed or given to me, but I believe in working hard. And my mindset is, as long as I'm moving, God will meet me where I need to be met to make sure I get to where I'm trying to go. So I wake up early, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up.
There you go. There you go. That's me, 4:30 every day, Monday through Friday, except for the weekends.
Absolutely. Even for me, even on the weekends. And I utilize every minute, every second of the day to make sure that I don't feel like something didn't get handled because I decided to, not put my all into the day. And so you have to be willing to make those sacrifices. You have to, but that comes from it being in your heart.
Right. When
something's in your heart and it means a lot to you, you're going to put in the work, When you're passionate about it, you're going to put in the work.
Well, I'm going to back up a little bit here in your journey. and the journey of watching you become who you are today. And believe me, there is a even brighter future for her. I don't want to limit like this is her. She's gonna drop a single, drop another single. Her entrepreneurship and her give back has always been strong. In fact, you've seen it in some of the episodes of Love and Marriage Huntsville when she was starting her own podcast type setup and trying to get her voice out there and trying to tell everybody her story. And that started with the master classes. And I remember you said, Rashawn, I'm going to start these master classes, and you start rolling it out on your Instagram account. Why was there, I think that was the first foray into you really starting establishing your brand. And then we're going to talk about the makeup line, but that was the first part of stepping out of the entrepreneurship lane as yourself and sharing your knowledge with other people, especially women, correct?
Well, yes, especially women. You know, I'd had a situation where I'd actually been heavily a part of a friend getting into this industry called property preservation. And so it was successful. And, there was something in me that says, you know what, if I can do it once, I can do it again.
Right.
And, I had this idea of taking the time to teach others how to get into this white male dominated industry and showing them the way. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So showing them the way, showing them how they could get another level of financial freedom and build wealth. And so I launched my first class in June of 2020. To date, I've had over 400 students who've gone through my course, mostly African-American females. Mm-hmm. I've had people who've been able to resign from their 9-to-5s. I've had people who are already teaching their sons and their nephews about the industry to build that generational wealth in that family business. And so it's been great for me and fulfilling for me, to be quite honest, to have my masterclass where I am able to pour into others and teach them the game that honestly helped me to be able to resign from teaching in April of 2011.